Second, let me see, get my talking points.
Okay.
You said what I don't like and what I want to see
Changed, yes. What bothers you about Baltimore City and what you would like to see changed in Baltimore City?
bothers me. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. One of the problems, issues for me as a Baltimore City resident, I see a lot of gentrification surrounding Lower East Baltimore, around John Hopkins. I think the zoning laws could be used more effectively to protect residential districts from certain commercialization, especially in urban communities. I would also like to see more parks and recs for our youth. I would also like to see more bottom-up politics. What I mean by that is usually decision-making is coming from the top down, from the government to the people, to the citizens.
Yeah, we're getting steamrolled.
I think it's time for the citizens to, be able to make more decisions and have more of a seat at the table.
Exactly.
And influence the politics and the economics from the bottom up. And I would like to see more politicians come down to the ground like yourself, doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Getting on the ground, forming relationships between the citizens, the community members, the residents, because at the end of the day, although we may not be in suits and politicians in the office, we know what can help change our cities one block at a time, one community at a time.
Well, one quick question, because I know you got to go, you're working right now. But so with the gentrification, do you know anybody that this is directly affecting?
Gentrification? Well, if you look at near Johns Hopkins, near Broadway, East,
yes,
you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you see how certain communities like Greektown, Highlandtown are set up, but then you come just up Orleans Street and you see how other communities near the new Perkins Homes, that new development as well. I know people who were in Perkins Homes who got misplaced. So again, near Johns Hopkins, I understand, Johns Hopkins wants to clean up and have a pretty community, but it shouldn't be at the expense of residents.
I would agree with that, yes.
I definitely have experience with people who've been misplaced from Perkins Homes.
We all have.
Don't get me wrong. The new development, I'm pretty sure, is going to, look better. However, that's been a private corporation, owned by a private corporation who we don't know about. We see a lot of private property signs, but we don't know who owns it, and it's always no loitering, no trespassing. This is private property, but there's no public space for us. You can get penalized, easily. It's like monopoly, and I believe the Baltimore City Police and all of our police should do a better job at really serving and protecting the people and not just property.
Well, I think they would like to, but I think that our politicians don't allow them to. Our police
you'd like to see different.
Our police are actually handcuffed, and they can't do their job. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's not my issue. But
well, I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing.
Even prior to the Freddie Gray incident, that was also a friend of mine. I grew up with him in Sandtown. Who knows what Sandtown, the Gilmore Homes projects will be in a few years if that doesn't get gentrified. But I'm saying though, before the police were handcuffed, before the new budget cuts, and before things were like it was, in general, as an institution, what I've seen is the police protecting and serving property and corporations, not the people.
Okay. Well, in Baltimore County, I see a lot of things happening. I'm not happy with the police. I like police officers who handle themselves in a professional manner, treat everybody with respect. I don't like bad cops, and I don't like stupid cops. So.
Well, yeah, that's on the ground level. That's on the street level policing. I'm talking about literally like institutionally.
Okay.
As an entity.
Okay.
It says protect and serve, but a lot of citizens
they're serving the politics.
It's about property monopoly and as protecting assets.
Yes. Well, they're serving the politicians.
Even during the Freddie Gray riots,
yes,
the biggest assets was downtown the harbor, and they made sure the National Guard came in and protected the hell
I was here.
downtown.
I was
but
here.
they left our communities to be vandalized. And even though we vandalize our own communities, still, you know, you can see what's more important to protect assets and property of corporations and firms that are running our company, running our city from downtown. And most of those people, they put on their suits and they drive down from all of the highways. They come, they make a lot of money with their 6 figures, and then they take it back out to the surrounding counties.
Yes.
You know, I would like to see more allocations of fund, reallocation of funds towards, you know, the redevelopment of the city.
Yes. Well, I just did an interview with my friend down at
And I would like
40
to see,
West.
I would like to see the upper class be taxed, you know, be taxed more as well. Even and you know, as a DoorDasher, let me give you a tidbit, and,
Sure.
and I gotta
sure.
go.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, as a DoorDasher,
Yes.
I got more tickets in urban communities for lights, speeding, than I did in Canton, Federal Hill, than I do in Dundalk, than I do in Glen Burnie, than I do in Towson. And I'll be honest, I'm running some of those red lights now. So I can be on time and get more orders so I can make my money. But why is that? Did you know that?
No, I'm just listening
You
to
can
you.
run a red light in Canton, Fells Point, and I'm telling you this because I DoorDash. I'm down here. I want some of that money from all of the, you know, the higher tax-based communities.
Sure.
You know, because they tip better. I'm gonna keep it real. So why is it that those lights, those cameras, those traffic lights aren't going off, and those people have more money than the people in, say, Edmondson Village and Sandtown, but the red lights in Park Heights, the red light cameras and the speeding cameras galore. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Well, thank you very much for giving an honest assessment of how you feel about
My
Baltimore
name's
City.
Daniel Wilson, by the way.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Scott.